my next guest is a very, very solid weekend ranked player. He is part of one of the fastest growing teams, Team CUJO, and recently just hit a top 10 on double rewards weekends. Gotta love it. It is Alymere.
Is this the part where I talk?
Yep. Yeah, you're allowed to talk
Yep.
now. All right.
All right.
There he is.
What's up, everybody? You probably know me from my salty stream 2 nights ago.
What happened there?
Well, I queued into the same guy 5 times in a row and then got sniped by my teammates like 4 times. So.
Oh, I did catch part of that. I think it was right after Kargas into clutch.
The queues are really long.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right here. Mm-hmm. So, give me 1 second.
We're super long, so you can snipe very easily.
Yeah, it's definitely the changes. It's a little bit of an adjustment, to say the least. But yeah, so let's jump right into it. I think we'll start with some questions here. So, I was wondering, kind of as I always ask, how'd you find GU? How long have you been playing the game? And did you were you into crypto before you started playing this game?
Okay. There's a lot there, but basically I found throwaway Reddit post when I was researching crypto because like the bull market was going on. I'd had some crypto in the past. Robinhood had just like scammed the entirety of Wall Street bets, and I was looking for reputable places to buy crypto. So I was on Reddit and they were like, oh yeah, you can like mint things onto the blockchain and like there's games that are doing it. And then some comment mentioned Gods Unchained, and I looked them up, made an account, and was like pretty instantly hooked. And then I made it to Mythic in 48 hours. I made a Reddit post that got a lot of traction. So that was like my quick come up to finding the game.
Nice. That's actually, I didn't really put 2 and 2 together, but I'm pretty sure I commented on that Reddit thread when you did that. Because I had been like frequenting Reddit, but I just remember people were kind of getting faster and faster at that. It was like, I've hit it in a week. Like I think it took me, I don't know, 3 weeks or a month or I don't know, something like that. And then, people started just progressively doing it faster and faster. And then you said 2 days.
Yeah, it was 2 days because my friend had just recently exposed me to COVID. And so I was quarantining and had literally nothing to do. So I just no-lifed it for a few days in a row.
Got you. Well, good use of time, I'd have to say. And yeah, congratulations on that. Do you know if that's the fastest still at this point in time?
As far as I'm aware, it's the fastest, but I am looking to break my own record, shameless plug, on my stream here soon. I'm going to do a 24-hour or new account to Mythic, whatever's faster, coming up here at some point.
Nice. That is a fantastic idea. That's something that I'd considered doing, but with how long it takes me to do everything, like if you just look at my account level and how long I've been playing, it's a good indicator of this. I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like I need so many cards still, but I love that idea. And yeah, let me know when you're going to do that. I'd be happy to help promote that. And yeah, I don't know if you caught my Iron Mortal Subathon before, but I don't know that anyone else has done a 24-hour stream. You'd be the only other person that I know of. So that would be really cool.
Oh, you did a 24-hour? I think I heard about it. I was not there in the community at that point.
Actually, it didn't end up being 24 hours. It was 22 and a half. So I think you might be able to have also the longest GU stream if you do that.
Okay, so. Trust me, I don't want to stream for 24 hours straight. It's the cap, if I can't get to Mythic for some reason.
Okay. So it's
after 24.
That's when you give up. All right. Yeah. See, I was doing I did like the whole like people donate and then that extends the period of time that you stream for.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, that would be cool. I would love to watch that. I think it's a great idea, and it's cool to like have that as content too, that people can watch the entirety of and kind of see how it's done. You know, I hope you're able to achieve it. I think you'll get it. Ooh, frozen?
Yeah, a lot about like new players and the fact that people are constantly complaining like Mythic's unattainable free to play at this point. And like I know it's not because I did it 2 months ago, but if I can do it then I might as well be able to do it now, right? And then people will see that and they'll be like, okay, maybe it is possible. You just have to play well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I really think that that's kind of like why I did like a free to play to Mythic challenge at the beginning of my stream. Um, Played nature, obviously. And that was kind of, I had to, like, I wasn't sure. I had seen a lot of posts where people are like, oh, it's not possible, it's pay to win. And I was like, you know what, I think I can figure it out. And I was able to, and like that was cool. It was like to prove it to myself and all that stuff. I wanted to do it before I ever bought any cards, so I actually had bought some packs, and I ended up having to wait like a couple weeks to get them, which worked out because it gave me enough time to get to Mythic and be like, all right, you did it without paying. Now you can buy some cards. And this is during trials.
Yeah.
So
I was playing some, looking back, the deck was like trash. But I was playing like in Rage War with like 10 drop or 8 mana 10/12s, Helion Elite in my Enrage War deck. It was quite the interesting combination of cards.
that sounds wild. That sounds wild. Enrage is a good move, but Enrage, Helion Elite. I mean, I don't knock it till you try it.
They don't belong in the same deck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were able to do it, so that is impressive stuff. So, did you play any other competitive trading card games, or just even play trading card games when you were growing up?
Kind of. I mean, fourth grade is growing up, so yes. I played no card games up until fourth grade, and then I had a friend who introduced me to Magic. And so I've been playing ever since. That's like, I think 13 years at this point, maybe 14.
Mm-hmm.
No, definitely not 14, maybe 13. But yeah, anyway, so I got into the game and I like bought a fat pack for those of you that know what Magic the Gathering was back then. They don't exist anymore. But I built a deck out of it, and then I played a couple games at like school lunch with all the other players he had like roped into playing with him because he was the only person who knew what he was doing. And then I won a couple games and it was like fun. And then about a week later, I got told that you can't put the cards on the top of your deck in the order you want to draw them. You actually have to shuffle before you play. So my mind was blown. And at that point, I was hooked. So over the next 10 years or so, I got to the point where I was playing Modern pretty competitively, which is like a format that only encompasses like maybe the last 10 or 12 years of sets. And then I would play Tron, which everybody hates. Okay, don't clown me for playing Tron. It was a good deck back then. It's still a good deck. But I've sold out of Magic at this point. I'm all in on Gods Unchained, so that's my new card game.
Nice. Yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. Nobody told that to any of the Ramp Magic players either. They don't know that you're not allowed to do that. So
oh my god. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's I kind of had a similar experience with when I was younger. I think I may have played like a couple of games with the starter decks, like and learned just the basics, but like I was young, it was complicated, there was no one else for me to play with, so mostly I just liked the card art for Magic the Gathering. And then
the art's really good.
Yeah. And I was just absolutely obsessed with Pokemon. I feel like for a portion of my life, like I liked the cards, but like the Game Boy game, I was just that was my thing. But yeah, I never really played anything competitively until Hearthstone came around. It was mostly just like grinding arena, trying to get the highest score I could. I wanted to ask you about, you said you were playing Warrior when you started and you did your free to play experience. How did the transition to Death happen? And was this something, did you get like Neff and just go, this card's amazing, or was it the playstyle of Soulburn? What exactly like draws you to it?
So there was a stepping stone between War and Death and that first competitive deck, you're looking to be actually competitive in Mythic, you go to Nature because it requires the least amount of cards from the new sets. But the issue with Nature for me was I played it a couple weekends in a row, and this might be in my head, but I have a friend who can verify this. I would lose probably 90% of my confused rolls / canopy barrages. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I don't believe in randomness in card games, other than the fundamental randomness of shuffling your deck. So I decided I'm not going to do Nature. I need to look for another deck. And I got led to Death because most of the good decks in Myth, and there is no deck that is not strictly better with Genesis cards, or there wasn't. And so I chose Death because it felt like it had a bunch of mechanics that weren't present in Genesis, namely like the 15 health or less, like all the good cards were from Trials or Welcome. Mm-hmm. And I decided, okay, well, I'll make this deck good, or I'll try to. And so I decided to come up with something on my own, and it kind of flopped for like 2-3 weeks in a row. But eventually we hit a formula where I play it like a low curve control deck time as far as Nefer goes, and it turned out that it was actually pretty good, and so I've just been playing that ever since. There's also a lot less randomness, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to how frustrating the randomness of Nature is. It was something that I played, as my primary deck for quite a while until I switched to Enrage. When I was kind of following suit of like Professor and Fake Muse, I was like, that actually looks it's like just as fast and aggressive, but sometimes the Nature, it's like you just play the cards and then you have no control over the outcome. And like there's some like deck building and some strategy that goes into it, but it feels bad like that you sometimes win or lose games based off of an actual 50-50 roll. It's not even like 51-49, like not always. I think it was him that said it'd be nice if there was like at least some sort of, it's like, should they just all auto attack but I think that as I've been playing Gloam, like that was the deck that I went to because it was the cheapest amount of Genesis cards I could put into a deck and feel like I could be competitive with. But I just at this point am so frustrated with Confused. It's like I haven't been able to really get myself to play it and enjoy it recently. So
yeah, one of the things I kind of, it's a card design point, or a card game design like point, and there are like two types of randomness. There's like randomness that happens after you make your decision, and there's randomness that happens before you make your decision. So people always ask me like, oh, how can you not believe in randomness in card games? And I'm like, I do believe in randomness in card games because you have to shovel and draw random cards. But I make decisions, right? When I make the decision to cast Canopy Barrage, even if it was the best decision, it's still a random effect based on the decision I made, and not a decision based on a random effect in the game. And so I think randomness that happens before you make your decisions is much more healthy than randomness that happens after you make your decisions.
That's a really strong point, and I think that the experience that you have and the feedback that you get from that is it definitely feels better. It really does, because it like just kind of devalues your decision making, where it's like really off-putting. Yeah, so I guess I don't know if I actually got the full answer to that one. So how was like, I guess, the ultimate decision for Death? You said it was, oh no, I did. You were saying that it was that there wasn't a Genesis version that was better than what you could put together with the cards you have. I mean, barring Ragnarok, I think has become kind of apparent.
Yeah, I actually didn't know Ragnarok existed when I put that deck together, or else I probably would not have put it together.
Yeah, I want to talk about that in a second, but I had that same kind of experience in the deck that I wanted to put together, because the non-Genesis version seemed to be really good, like really strong, was Deception. I feel like with Trial of the Gods, and core, you can put together a really good deception deck. I'm not going to say it's like better. It's obviously better with Shadewalkers and Avatar of Deception in it. That being said, you get the slip blades, you get the hunting traps, you get the cats, and dark knives, and now assassin's aim, right? Like it's definitely got a lot of potential, and so that's what I had been seeing happen. Like is like that's the direction I was going to go, but we basically were just stuck in this meta of it's all nature players because that's what free to play players can compete with, and then the ramp magic thing. So because of the life leech counter, I just never ended up getting into deception. So I've kind of been like, I guess I never really found the thing that worked for me besides I guess Gloam Druid would have been it. But so
I get where you're coming from.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna just say that all of the nature in the meta really like it shoved out a lot of other good quote unquote decks. But now that there's less of it around, we're seeing a little bit more of a balanced meta, you know, barring Genesis.
Yeah, it is kind of exciting. It's like the light meta that's coming through. It's like shaking things up. I still ran into a ton of nature, but yeah, I mean it's apparent if you just go look at the percentages that things are changing, and that's awesome. So I guess we may as well talk about Ragnarok now that we've mentioned it. How exactly did you come across that? Like I feel like you had a deck that was really successful. You had you top 10'd before you put Ragnarok in your Soulburn Death?
I believe the third place finish was without Ragnarok.
Got you. I think that sounds right, because I remember you had that one really good weekend. It was like third, you know, that's insanely impressive. And I think it was with no Genesis, and that's when like death just became a thing. You know what I mean? It took off.
Yeah.
We saw like $100 Neferus. I don't know what it's at now, but I saw like $100 Nefs, and then yeah, like when you put the Ragnarok in, I hadn't really seen it before, but then like that just blew up. So you're definitely setting trends, and yeah, I guess like how did the identification of Ragnarok happen? Did someone play it against you, or?
Well, I was looking through. I identified it towards light a lot, or pretty early on, and so even though I was still playing a lot of nature on the weekends, I knew I was going to have to adapt a bit if I was going to keep playing this deck. And so basically one night I just like sat down and went through every single Genesis card, and I was like, what does the same thing as cards I already have but better? And so I came to the conclusion that Ragnarok was effectively a bomb fly that was also a board wipe, because I was only ever using bomb fly as a finisher. So Ragnarok does the exact same thing, but also functions as a 1-mana board wipe in the early game. It was really just a no-brainer at that point. For new cards for decks, I look at cards I have and then try to find cards that do similar things so that my deck doesn't lose anything, but maybe becomes more efficient. And that's what I think happened.
Nice. Yeah, it was cool, because it was nice to see, like, you know, you kind of discover like that deck and put it together in a way where you're able to get a third place, and then identify a single card that you could add to it, and then like, you know what I mean, you've been a force in the meta and on ranked weekend. So you know, I think people are interested in how that's done, and it's nice to hear a little bit about what your process was there. I'm gonna think about that and go check out some Genesis cards. I'm trying to wait for IMX, like Genesis on IMX, but I have been buying stuff recently. It's been hard.
Yeah, it also helped that Ragnarok on Token Trove was like 70 cents, and I felt like that was undervalued for a 1-mana board wipe, because it was just an entry that somebody left from, you know, 2 years ago when they posted it. Nobody had bought Ragnarok since then, and so I bought it, and then instantly, like the next day, like 10 more sold, and Ragnarok was a $10 card. Yeah. So I'm glad I got in early there.
Yeah, I actually bought 2 of them. I think I paid like $7 like for the card before gas or something like that. So yeah, you effectively got the, what would that be, 10x. I paid, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say with that. But yeah, that's awesome. I think with the new set coming out too, doing things like this, like, you know, we'll be getting the new cards, playing with them, and then having that process of like taking things that you've built and maybe, or even maybe looking at the new cards from that set and going, you know, what can I make? What fits into this? Like that whole process is exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. But I still think I think you've proven that there are still things to discover and find with the cards that we have available to us right now. And I think when Genesis comes out on IMX, we're going to probably start seeing more stuff like this happening, where people are able to identify cards that just work really well in the meta. So
yeah, I agree. I think that the meta's become a little stale in the sense that like Genesis players have such an overwhelming advantage right now that they don't have to innovate. They can just stick to Demogorgons in their deck and automatically beat all the non-Genesis players. So once everybody's got access to these super high power level cards, we'll be able to see some more innovation or like teching, because right now there's so few like Board Wipe Death and Magic on the ladder because nobody has the cards that they don't really tech for each other. And I'm sure if there was more Magic, like Board Wipe Death would have to tech for it because it's such a bad matchup. It's like the top decks just ignore each other and then feed on the minnows that are floating around with all this nature and stuff.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying Magic tech for Board Wipe Death or the other way around? Because I thought Board Wipe Death beats Magic, or am I mistaken there?
Not anymore. 2-mana AOM just annihilates them. Yeah, you have to tech for Magic if you want to beat it.
Well then, I did not know that. I guess that's pretty much the late game trump card right now, right? There's not any way to really beat that, except for I guess Hand Crush Deception's the only thing, because you can mess with the draws, you can have them discard cards, but other than that, like there's not too much you can do, I think.
Yeah, and Hand Crush Deception is far too slow to be able to kill a lot of the aggro decks out there. I'm going to answer a question from chat real quick. Rock,
go for it.
RCK MTL just asked what teching means. And teching is like taking a card that you would otherwise not want to put in your deck and sticking it in there because it's very good against a specific deck. So like if you're fighting a lot of Onslaught, they have weapons that are important, Basilisk or something, so you could destroy their weapons.
Yeah, so it's like you cut out for a second there. I don't know if they got that, but what he was saying was just something that like anti-relic tech or anti-sleep tech. So like you can put the Ironclad Minotaur in there to counter the Demogorgon, stuff like that. It's something that isn't necessarily, although Ironclad Minotaur is still pretty good, isn't necessarily like pound for pound the best straight up creature, but it has an effect that is specifically good against certain types of cards. Bam. Yeah. Cool. That's that is got with that. Okay, I got a little lost, but I think the next thing I wanted to talk about was CUJO. Teams have been a bit of a theme that we've been talking about. We just had Mirage on the stream, and we talked about TST and the involvement there. So I would say, at least for me, obviously CUJO is the fastest growing up and coming team right now. Octopus added one to their roster, but you all are a fresh squad, so I wanted to know, like, how did that come about? Like, how did you join CUJO, and what's your involvement with the team consist of?
Really how I got into streaming was I was playing, I knew I was good at the game after getting to Mythic, and I wasn't sure if that was because everyone else was bad or because I was actually good. So I went to watch some Twitch streamers, and I ran across Clutch, and I watched him for a few nights, and he didn't have a camera at that point. So I was like, oh, this can't be, like, it can't be that hard to stream. Maybe people will want to watch me. So I went live, started talking to Clutch after he went 23 wins or 22 wins with this like random Ares Runeblade war deck that turned out to be really bad. So we still don't know how he did that, but it got me in contact with him. Abe just like showed up in our chats one day, like gifted Clutch Genesis chest, and then started talking to us about starting a team, and I was just like, all right, I mean, I'm on board.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then now, yeah, we all kind of have niches in the team. Like, if not everybody has to like play super competitively or be like the biggest streamer, right? We all have like things that we want to do, and CUJO's just there to like give us a support network, I guess would be a good way to put it.
Yeah, I remember.
All of this is okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I remember watching all of this come about. You know, I started in February, and when I started streaming, there really wasn't that much going on. I started right before the big influx of players happened, before like the Journey, I think it was Journey Crypto video that happened. So when I joined, there was like not a lot happening, and then we had that huge influx of players, and then things I felt like were starting to die off a little bit, and then you know, like you started streaming Clutch, you Funk, and you know, the way like the people that have founded CUJO started getting on, and it's like been exciting again, because it's like so at least the wave caught some people that got into content creation, and now we're able to collaborate on stuff and work together and compete and everything. You know what I mean? It's just more interesting dynamics, and I'm really happy that you all are here. So yeah.
Yeah, I really got roped in by the community, you know. You can pretty much DM any Twitch streamer. I don't recommend DMing all the Twitch streamers, by the way, but you could pretty much DM any Twitch streamer and you're probably going to get a response. And anytime I was in the Discord, like every single one of my questions would be answered like 15 seconds. I hardly ever saw toxicity. And Meals was literally the greatest community manager of all time, in my opinion. So I don't know. I got like roped in by the gameplay, but I stayed for the community, you know?
Yeah, no, I absolutely know what you're talking about. It hooked me right away too. Yeah, I'm really happy to be a part of the community and have, you know, the support of people, and I'm really excited about the future. So yeah. Let's see. Oh, speaking of CUJO, there is the CUJO Cup. You recently have done your first two events, the first CUJO Cup and the second CUJO Cup. And there is all the events got announced, and then CUJO Cup 3 is going to be part of the 2021 community tour. So yeah, I guess, did you want to talk a little bit about your experience putting those together?
Yeah, so I really just put those on as a way for me to figure out how like I would cast ever if I wanted to, and like figure out how all these different tournament websites. Well, I mean, Vlaskill won one, Doubtless won the other, I believe. I don't remember who the first winner was. Anyway,
I think it was Doubtless.
Yeah, so that was what that was about.
Because Doubtless won.
Yeah, I think so.
He won the Orfeo from
Doubtless won like two
thing, and then he won that, I think. Yeah.
Right. Yes. So Doubtless won, then Vlaskill won, and then you put me in touch with Copper, who asked about us, Team CUJO, wanting to run one of the tournaments for this community series. Ton of work for the community. We'll be revealing that soon, but yeah, so it was kind of a no-brainer. You know, we're looking at getting some more sponsors too, so we can all have like big prize pools for these tournaments, and hopefully we can pull in some new players.
Yeah, I think that's you know, there's like, obviously you can just like throw money at stuff to do marketing, but also well, I mean, they're kind of this is different. But like we could like putting that into prizes for competition in the community is also, you know, an avenue of getting people to come in, and maybe if we are able to pull big enough prize pools, we can get the attention of some competitive players, streamers, etc., that are looking for ways to earn some money, you know what I mean? And all it takes is like a couple people that have a lot of influence to pull a lot of people in. So I'm really hoping that this community tour and some of these bigger prize pools we're putting together catches some attention, and maybe we'll see some influx from that.
Yeah, I should hope our marketing works because of the last influx. So this, if they market it, then we'll get another one hopefully.
Yeah, I think I think this is marketing, this money towards marketing in a way, right? So I'm not sure I'm not sure how much this is going to be marketed by them, or how much outlet marketing they would have for something like this. It's like blockchain gaming tournaments in general. Really, community gaming and challenge are the only two places that I've seen them. And if I didn't start playing this game first, I don't think I ever would have discovered them. So I think like kind of the creators in the space, it's like it's our opportunity, but also we're kind of passing on the marketing money back into the community, and then trying to see what we can do with that as like a catalyst for maybe getting a good YouTube video out, or posting in the right subreddit that like just catches someone's attention. So I think a fair bit of it's gonna be on us though. So we'll have to get creative.
Nothing if not creative at this point. So I have no doubt.
Awesome. Yeah. One other thing I wanted to ask about the CUJO Cup. So it started as a smaller tournament, and you had like that popper format event that happened. Are we going to continue to see those, or is like now that you're doing CUJO Cup, like that's behind you, or CUJO Cup 3? Like, is that something you still want to do?
No, we're definitely going to keep seeing them. I'm using those smaller tournaments also as a way to test out formats.
Yeah.
Like we had 2, and I'm going to keep doing that. I don't know if we're going to have another one before the actual CUJO Cup. I'll have to double check the dates. But yeah, no, they're going to be back in the future, I promise. All right. Do you think I could get 2 minutes, and then I will be right back here?
Yeah, go ahead.
To go take care of something. All right. I will be back in a second.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Let's see. So can I do to entertain? Cat videos. Nice. It's 2 minutes. We'll just wait. But yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying this so far. We have Marty's with CUJO hype. True. I even got those CUJO emotes, yo. See what I got going on right now. Alymere just got a new one. I got Cargus's. I got the Buff Brock. It's not a CUJO emote, but it kind of is. You know what I mean? Like the Buff Brock, you know it's still CUJO. I love that emote. So yeah, and shouts out to CUJO. If you haven't yet, feel free to drop the link to the CUJO Discord, Gabe, if you're here, or anyone. Great place to learn about crypto. Although none of it is financial advice, and they're not financial advisors, nor am I. And just kind of link up with people. Like I have this intro that I'm gonna finish one day, and I met one of the designers through CUJO, and met Gabe through CUJO and all that stuff. So yeah, it's a cool community. It's a cool place to go check it out. Bought a bunch of ADA because of CUJO. So all my Cardano. All right, he's back.
All right, I have returned.
Welcome. All right, so I will. Yeah. I kind of want to. Let's see. We're actually not doing bad on time, but I wanted to talk next about your performance in the double rewards ranked weekend. So there's only been 2 of those since I started playing.
Oh yeah.
It was the first, or maybe it's been 3. But like the first weekend that I ever played ranked, I got it was from like Auric Gold or Solar Gold. I got 17 wins, and I felt just so good about that. But these weekends when they come up, it just feels like, even though you skipped a weekend, it just feels like so important, right? And to be able to top 10 in a double rewards weekend is just awesome. I hope I can do that one day. But I wanted to talk to you more specifically, the new changes on the pairings, right? The matchmaking ranking. Do you think it affected your weekend very much, or was it just like soul burning business as usual?
Yeah. So it did affect my weekend, but not in the way you would expect. I think last weekend, we overestimated, or at least I overestimated the rate at which people would be falling out of Mythic. So last weekend was still like easy. We were matching with the easy Mythic players still. Easy Mythic players, if you got the Mythic, you're probably pretty good, but Mythic, basically, we'll say that. They were all still there because maybe they didn't play leading up to the weekend. And so playing super early in the weekend basically let me catch all those people before they'd fallen out. So I actually had an easier weekend than I should have. I think so. And if you caught my stream, or the tail end of it at least, I basically said things and then they happened. So I got incredibly lucky, especially on the last game. I just remember queuing up against Light thinking, I was like, draw this off the top, draw this off the top, draw this off the top. And it just led up to me being able, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then like midway through the stream, we pulled a called Asterius out of a rare pack. So that was wild too. But yeah, that stream, I channeled all the luck in existence and queued into some on average weaker players, and I think it led to me being able to top 10. This weekend is going to be much tougher.
I'm getting like random anxiety. I was like hard the cards and I was gonna like pull out this Charizard / Egyptian Mew that I have and like flex that, and I don't like, I'm sure it's here but I don't see it immediately, and I was just like, where is it? No, my precious. But no. Yeah, that's like I actually had predicted that something like that would probably be the case, where Friday starting earliest would be easier. But I got my COVID shot, my second one, on Thursday afternoon. And so I slept through all of Friday. I was like completely done until Saturday at about 5 p.m. I was finally like back amongst the living. And so that ship had sailed, as they say. But that's cool. I'm glad that you had, a little combination of luck, obviously skill, and I don't know if you had the foresight to play that early or if it was just by happenstance, but either way, congrats on the top 10 on the double weekend. That's a goal of mine. That's awesome.
Yeah, I had to play early. I worked that day and Saturday all day and Sunday all day. So I basically had that window of time to play all my games. I hate splitting up games, so I try to just play it 25 in a row. And that was the only chunk of time I just went for it. In hindsight, it was the best time to play, but I wouldn't have like considered that if I had other options, I think.
Got you. Yeah, you're gonna want to thank your employer for that schedule. Then just be like, you know what, the it's been great for me so far. I'd like to continue having this schedule into the future.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I have like one more question, and then we'll get to our announcement, and which I'm really excited about. So this is about live streaming. You're also
to let the community know.
Yeah, you're also a live streamer, and speaking of like being one of the only other people to do something on Twitch, you're pretty much the only other person that I feel regularly live streams your ranked weekend games with no delay. Like you just get on and play them straight up on stream. I started doing that because I noticed no one else was, and I was like, viewers are worth whether or not I do well. But yeah, I just wanted to know how do you feel impacts your ranked weekends, and how do you feel about it?
Honestly, I feel like it gives me more energy when I'm streaming for an audience. Sometimes I like airhead some plays that I probably wouldn't have missed had I been like quiet and playing seriously. But overall, I think it just makes for a better experience grinding out 25 games, at least for me personally. Now that there are like a lot tighter queues, it might be an issue, like stream sniping, but I do think enough people play on the weekend that it probably won't be too bad. I have no plans to change what I'm doing. Then I might have to like include a delay or hide my queue or something like that. As of now, though, I've only ever been sniped I think, one time, and we won that game. So it was okay.
Nice. Not counting the times where it's your teammates, right? They don't do it on weekend.
No. I'm talking sniped during my ranked weekend.
Yeah, I was just messing around there, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool though. How are you sure that you were getting sniped? I'm just curious.
I mean, so if you're in my chat and your name is in my game as well, and I don't know who you are, I will most of the time give you the benefit of the doubt. But I like pulled up my viewer list and the guy was there like the whole game. So he might have had my screen minimized, but I think he was probably just watching, which was fine. He was playing nature, so it was like a pretty rough matchup for him. So that's why we won. But anything else, and we probably would have gotten stuffed.
Yeah, you know the times, like any time that I feel like I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting sniped, there's been like an explanation for it. And like one time it was super random. I waited for this like period, like arbitrary period of time, and it just happened to queue into the same player, and I was like, there's no way that this is like possible with the amount of time it like wasn't long enough for a game, and they were playing like control, but they just happened to get like a 6-turn game or something. And yeah, so I've like always after that time I felt really bad about like accusing people of it. And I feel like if anyone is stream sniping me, I probably am not realizing it. And any of the times that I think it's happening, it's probably not. I don't know if you feel the same way, but
yeah, I just like I kind of believe in I've said this a few times, but I believe in the integrity of the community for the most part.
Me too.
I haven't really met like a bad GU player, so I don't think anyone will stream snipe me. You derive your enjoyment from like ruining my ranked run, then like you've got other issues that you should probably work on. But like I'll help you out for now by letting you stream snipe me.
Yeah, I mean,
my screen from you.
I mean, it's like it's no secret that there's like exploitable things in the game that you can do, and really in the time that I've been playing, there's only been one time that it's happened. That win trading incident where the players are reprimanded.
I saw that.
But
yep.
It's not like you can do it, but people just don't do it regularly, and it's barring like I guess D-ranking before ranked weekend is against the rules, but you got to have some leeway where we're at with the development. Although we are getting better matchmaking, so maybe not in the long run. But yeah, I think that the community in general is really trustworthy. I've had a good experience with everyone. Like that's what I was really kind of surprised. I guess I wasn't surprised about it, but I was like really felt good about being like, you know what, not really anyone else is doing this, like, streaming their weekends, but I was like, I'm going for it. And like, I just started streaming. That was one of the first things I did was just start, hitting those weekend streams. And I would find people would be in my chat and they'd be like, oh, good luck, have fun, I'm going to minimize. And, the community here has just always impressed me. And I agree that I believe in their integrity, or our integrity as a community.
Yeah, I mean, people don't, and people also just want to watch good players play their ranked weekend, like maybe just to scout out the meta or whatever. But if nobody streamed their ranked weekend, there would be no streamers over the weekend, and that's like prime viewing time. So like, I think it gives me a bump in viewership too, which is not exactly why I'm doing it, but that never hurts. It gives you more energy.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to talk about too is, what do you think the effect of reverse sniping is when people look at watch your stream and then intentionally don't queue into you? How do you think that affects things?
Oh, I don't think that affects at all. I don't think them like avoiding queuing into me, if they're on nature, I mean, maybe now it would matter, but previously there were so many players, even if you queued at the same time, were pretty low. And so I personally, I don't think that affects anything. They don't want to play me, they don't have to play me.
Yeah, I actually think that the effect of reverse sniping is like measurably greater than the effect of sniping. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, assuredly, because there's like I think it happens in multiple ways. I think that there are two things that can happen. One, like a this is going to be a dicey conversation, or like kind of a dicey topic, but I may as well just say it. We're already talking about it. If you're on a prevalent team like TST or CUJO or something like that, and you don't ever have to play against your teammates, and you're generally the top players around with such a small community, I think that there is a distinct advantage involved in doing that. And it's not like the same thing doesn't happen. Although, okay, me and Fake Muse play on the weekends sometimes because we stream at the same time. Not that we're on a team, but we'll practice together. But there is like a kind of effect to that, where you're avoiding things. And I think that between if you add being on a team with having viewership and those viewers being good and the team being good, the average skill level of your opponents, it goes down if all those people are avoiding you. I feel like it's
I legitimately never thought about it like that. So what I thought you meant by reverse sniping is players you would normally just crush not queuing into you because they don't want to lose.
That too.
But what you're countering them, not queuing into you so that they don't have to flip a coin on one of their games. That's actually there could be a measurable effect from that, because I've never played one of my teammates on the weekend, and I know some of them play decks that they probably don't have a very good matchup against me in. So that's completely possible. I'd never even considered it.
Yeah, that's something too that I also just wanted to support that that I wasn't making a bunch of misplays. But when I was playing this last double weekend, this one isn't even about the plays. It's I'm sitting there looking at Gods Unchained right now, and I'm 28% death players. 28% death players, 15% nature, and then out of a series of 6 games, it was 3 nature and 1 death, which is it's a small sample size, so it's not it's impossible. But I was just I wonder if there's enough people watching me right now that make up that group of death players that see that I'm playing light and are just I'll just wait. You know what I mean? I'll just wait. I'm not going to queue into that. So I was wondering if there actually is an effect.
Conspiracy mode here.
Okay, I got my tinfoil hat. Where's that? Hold on. Let's see if I got
your tinfoil hat. Non-Genesis death popular. That means that probably most of the people that know about it are actually watching streams consistently. And since I share 70% of my viewers with you, there's probably a fair amount of crossover there. And they're playing. They're I want to play Alymere's deck on the weekend, but I don't want to queue into Lion. So then they don't queue into Lion. That's the tinfoil hat conspiracy I have here.
Okay, wait, does that mean am I part of that conspiracy now, or is it just my viewers? Because
no. Yeah, you're saying you never queued into death, and I'm saying that might have been my fault. You can blame me.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I'll do that. Thanks for taking the fall on that one. But yeah, no, it's really hard to prove any of this stuff. It's just something I think would be an interesting topic for me and you to talk about, because it's it's something that we share that not a lot of other people do. So yeah. Yeah,
I mean, to be honest, I don't think it affects. I don't think the effect of sniping, reverse sniping, all this other stuff is actually that large. Overall, but it matters sometimes, and in the case of weekend ranked, where one match can determine whether or not you're in top 10 or not. I
think it cut off, but I think I got the gist of what you're saying there. Yeah, sometimes the one win will put you at 6 epic packs or future set legendaries. All right, anyways. I digress. Okay, so now I think that's kind of all I have for now, and I think we can get on to our announcement. Me and you have been working on something for the community. I guess we can. Do you want to go ahead and announce what it is? I think. How can I pull this up? I guess I could pull up in this view. How could I pull this?
All right,
go for it. Tell the people what it is.
You work on. All right, guys, you've heard me talking about this thing that we've been working on for a week, and I think at this point it has been thoroughly overhyped. Okay, it is a great thing, but I hyped the shit out of it. I hyped it, and Lion hyped it too. A couple of other people know about it, but basically, what we've gone and done is taken all the events in the community. Bonk's tournament on Tuesday, Fake Muse hot tub tournament, all events, and we've put them into a front-facing GU community calendar that can be accessed with a single link. We have creators who have access to a Google Sheet thing. They fill out their fields, put in their event. It automatically updates the calendar, and we should have every event in the community on it by next week. So be excited.
Yeah, so that's that covers it pretty well. It's essentially one of the cool things about it is instead of having one of the reasons why I had wanted to put this together is because how many GU streamer Discords are you in right now, and how could you possibly keep up on everything that's going on? And what is that experience for newer players as they come into this community, figuring out what's going on? And I was just what would be cool is if you could just know that stuff by going to a public facing URL and not have to worry about, I got to check this Discord and this Discord and this Discord and catch that stream. You know whether or not Badger versus Eagle is happening. You know whether or not Bonk's tournament's happening, or what tournaments this weekend, or who I'm interviewing next week or whatever. That stuff by just going to a single URL. And we were able to come up with some automation tooling that allows the content creators that are already in the space to submit this, and we have all of the event information that gets automatically uploaded. We only have one manual process step, and so it's going to be something that's going to be cool for collaboration for content creators, because we have a Discord based around this. So maybe we'll start being able to put together new things that we hadn't thought of before, now that we're talking, being able to speak about it. And then also just a one-stop shop for you to be able to just go, what's happening this month, or what's going on. So go ahead if you want to. You just drop the link if you want to talk about it. I can bring it up real quick too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys can click on the calendar. There was a lot of testing and whatnot, so there's only 3 events in it right now. But soon we will have all the tournaments once they're planned. Clash Immortals will be in there very soon as it comes up, And hopefully, fingers crossed, Dan the Dev isn't here, so I can throw some shade on him. But he was bullying me, but he is working with me right now. And we're trying to get this in the main GU Discord so that you guys just one-stop shop, click and bam.
Yeah, so hopefully that's something we gotta obviously we have to test, making sure everything works and it's useful, and different stuff like that. But yeah, hopefully in the future we could achieve something like that. And so it's not a super crazy hype thing, but for quality of life, I think that as people start using this, they're gonna find out it's really nice, and you're gonna start finding out about stuff that you wouldn't have otherwise seen, and just being able to keep up on stuff. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good time. And I can, I'm just gonna show you this. Wait, can I do it this way? How do I add Chrome? I went to a different scene.
Tell your favorite streamer to add their things.
Yeah, tell your favorite streamer to add their things. Go peer pressure them. Display capture image browser source. It's not actually browser source. I just found out that's not the case. I'll just show them when we hop back out of this. I'll show them what it looks like. It's a calendar, and it's got a cool little image that I made at the top, edited together at the top, and for some reason is cutting off half of, even though I spent way too much time trying to fix it. But so we'll have to make some progress on that. I just bought the domain gucalendar.com, so instead of this ridiculous Notion link, in the future you're just going to be able to go to gucalendar.com. Go add your things, and me. I know. Hey, I've been busy building, you know what I mean? I haven't had time, but I'm definitely going to as soon as I can. We're gonna get it hosted. Well, it's not really hosted. You just change the DNS. Notion SO already hosts this for free. So, but we're gonna change the URL, so you're gonna be able to access it through gucalendar.com. So that will be coming sometime in probably the next 3 hours. But
That's going to change from this monstrosity.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I probably need to rest after this. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we got going on here. And if anyone has any questions or anything like that, yeah, just let me know. I think did you hold on? Tell me I wrote one of these. Go ahead and say some stuff real quick, Alymere. I'm gonna.
All right, real quick then. I'll take this time to shout out our team of artists that have been building all of our emotes and all of our Twitch banners and whatnot. I think they even did some work for Lion, but those two are M Visuals and Death Wish. We love these guys. They work on our art, and without them, you would still have my my crappy banner and my really horrible like latest follower stuff. Oh, and then Gabe also does a lot of emotes, so we love him too.
Okay, so last question before we move on to the deck building and stuff. So Soulburn's getting changed. What's your plan? What's your plan when the God Power changes come through?
Here is the plan. Play the deck as is, Despair, and then change like a bunch of cards in it to make it more controlling. I'll add a bunch of Genesis cards, then realize it's still bad and that Soulburn is unplayable now, and then I'll switch classes. That is the order of operations for what's going to happen after the Soulburn change. I hope it's not soon though. I just want to be able to access Genesis cards before they change Soulburn, or I will be completely screwed.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna see what happens, but I thought that was a good kind of spontaneous one at the end. I was curious to hear what you're gonna say. It's yeah, what can you do? But yeah, let's get into it. So speaking of changes to God powers, I just bought a bunch of Soulburn Death cards and I paid gas. I really am making some moves here. So let's jump into that. What we're gonna have to do for that is I will jump back over to the other scene style where you can see the game and usually me, but I'm gonna turn off my camera, and then I'm going to unmute you from Discord, and we're gonna listen to you through Discord. So make sure you're not muted in Discord when we switch over.
So do you want me to hang up the OBS Ninja?
Unless you want to say goodbye to people afterwards on camera, you can leave it on. It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll turn it off then. That sounds fine. They don't need to see my face. They've seen it enough.
Yeah, what if they never? Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Whoa!
that got dark.
Don't order the hit yet.
That got dark.
Don't order the hit yet.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. We'll hop over. I'll unmute you in a second. Cool. So. Oh, hold on. Wait. Are you muted or not? You are. Okay.
Can be.
There you go. Okay. Can you say something?
No, I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, we're good. All right. So, yeah, I'll show you all the calendar for those of you who did not see it. Let me just switch my Chrome source. I already did. Look at me planning ahead. Good job. There it is. Sorry about the background. There's not that much customization going on yet, but we'll put it in dark mode real quick. You know, I spent so much time trying to fix this, and it just changed the way that it was displayed. But yeah, made a community calendar banner. We got a custom URL coming to it, and then like, yeah, you're gonna be able to just show up here and see like every GU event in one spot. It's gonna be super tight. Still gonna look kind of bad no matter what because it's Notion, but it'll be useful, and utility is what matters. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue with this though. We're gonna jump into the client real quick. And I hope
dark mode is kind of sexy though.
Yeah, it's much better. It's much better. I actually can't believe I didn't do that earlier. So let me I'm gonna jump off of here. We're gonna go into doing some deck building here. So yeah, I kind of Vaughn told you to do Soulbird Death, or are you cool with that? I've got some cards specifically for it. So does that sound good to you?
Like you want me to play, or you want me to watch you play?
So I don't know if you're familiar with the interview format, but essentially what happens here is, oh yeah, you have to. I need to screen share to you. I forgot about that part. I'm gonna screen share my screen to you, my GU. You're gonna put together a deck using my cards while I'm controlling the mouse, and I ask you questions about it, and then you're gonna teach me how to play it.
All right. Do you want me to build you like a new deck, or do you just want me to build like a as close to what I'm playing as possible?
I would just say if you were looking at my collection and wanting to build the best deck that you could for death out of it, or maybe try something that you should do whatever sounds good to you there. And we'll take a look at what I have, and then I would say best card or best deck you can out of the cards I have.
You don't happen to have Apocalypse Nows, do you?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I want
we'll
this,
build
but...
BWD then.
Let's see. Yeah, I was kind of hoping Soulbird Death, but I mean, I guess we can always just go see your stream for that. But whatever you want to do. So let's jump into it. We're gonna go to. Okay, they switched back. Rank is back over here.
All right, we're gonna play my new favorite card.
All right, so we're loading up Death. All right, where do we start here? What do I do?
Ooh, you got an Unnatural Binding.
I do.
Yeah, that card's quite bad. Let's go with the natural 10-1 drops off the front row. Double Cave, Necro, double Rag, double Blight Bomb, double Brimstone, and double Fleshbind.
Fun fact about Fleshbind: when
this deck is half 1 drops.
When me and Alymere first met, and I had seen his death deck, and then I showed him mine, and it had Feast, or it had Fleshbind in it. He told me it was bad, and I should take it out. But anyways, continue.
That's some slander right there. All right, scroll down. Clutch, stay back. So the next thing you want, I think, is in 2 drops.
Do you not do the Bombfly anymore?
I don't play Bombfly anymore. I play Ragnarok instead.
No Bombflies anymore. Okay. Oh yeah, you don't.
Bombflies.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen you do those.
Bombflies is just awful in the light matchup. So.
All right.
All right. So we play 1 Vow now.
One Vow.
Cut one of the vows.
I got 1 Shadow, so that seems right on target.
Double Container, double Advocate, and double Acolyte. All right. Excellent. So next we're looking for...
Do you think we could use one of my 5 Balthazars? Do you think...
I think if you want to lose more, we can use one of your 5 Balthazars.
Okay, we'll skip on the Balthazar. By the way, right. you should definitely buff Balthazar.
Just this time. Oh my god, you have Pyramid Wardens. We could totally... I've been wanting to try Pyramid Warden in this deck. We could try it if you want to.
Let's throw them in there. I put Pyramid Warden in every deck.
Cut the Vow of Champion.
Yo, also we could just never mind, just continue. I was just gonna say kind of trolly, but yeah. What else you think? All
right, we're on to 3s. One thing that's cool about this deck, I lied, we need Viking Axewoman, but one of the cool things about this deck is that it only runs death cards for the most part. Like Axewoman is like the only neutral creature.
Interesting. Wow, that is actually true. That is a lot of teal.
Yeah. So the new card that I initially thought was awful, but has not lost me a game yet, is Trial Begins. I've actually been playing one of them, believe it or not.
Yep, I was going to ask you about that.
So try one of those. We'll get the Dionysus, the Cruel Overseers, and the V-Rocks.
Yeah, I recently... Okay, V-Rock was in the Star Store, and I was so excited. I think it was Grand Tiago, Mad Laddie, told me at like some ridiculous hour, and I was like, I'm getting that right now. I was so excited. I had 1 Brock this entire time until like last week, so good timing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're scraping it pretty close. I know I heard you complaining about it like a while ago. I wasn't sure if that situation had cleared itself up yet, though. the 1v rock.
Yep, just last week.
I think that's all of our 3s.
All right, and on to 4s.
We're going to skip out on the Chimera because we have Pyramid Warden now.
Okay.
And actually, we have no 4s.
How do you feel about this?
5s.
How do you feel about this Crimson Oni? Like, I go back and forth on it. Sometimes I'm like, you know, it'd be really cool is a card in my hand that doesn't kill me right now.
Yeah, no, that card is literally awful.
Yeah,
I will never put that in the deck. It might be useful potentially in like some form of super aggressive death deck, but if it was a 5/6, it would be insane. But as a 6/5, just play a 4-mana 4/5 with no downside, and it's literally the same card.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we take anything from 4s?
Nope, we don't play 4s.
All right, no 4s.
Because lots of Chimeras means that that card is awful. I've played lots of reps with it. It's just very bad.
So something.
Okay, so
this is our new prized possession.
Yes, I actually was recently gifted a Heart Eater by one of my viewers. So
nice.
Fritters, if you're here, thank you again. We're gonna play that this weekend.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put the Heart Eater in.
I just want to say real quick, shout out to the viewers that gift Genesis cards, especially like, you know, there's just so many cards. Gas is awful, and we're in this long period before Genesis gets released on IMX. That stuff means so much, like, actually. So yeah, thanks. But continue.
All right, so yeah. Thank you for everybody who's gifting the cards. We're gonna play Heart Eater and Curate, and then we have to find a cut for the Neferu. So look in your 2-drops. Surely there's a bad one.
Nether Advocate? Cards mediocre?
So the thing is, if you cut the Advocate's Living Container gets pretty substantially worse.
I was gonna say earlier we could Living Container the Pyramid Warden. Maybe we cut one of the Pyramid Wardens?
I was gonna say maybe one of the Pyramid Wardens. Can you check 1-drops real quick?
Yeah.
Let's cut a Brimstone. Actually,
yeah, that's just a cycle card, really. Although it is burst, but we have the Ragnarok, so
yeah, it is a cycle card, and we're trying to be better against light here. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have double Necro. That's why we have an extra card here. We don't play it. Necro.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put the Brimstone back in here.
All right, so Brimstone.
I thought I had the list pretty well set, but yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, that's
all right. So yeah, play the Brimstone. Hold on, play the Neferu.
I can't.
I can't either.
Okay.
I always have to change it.
Wait. Cancel. Okay. I love that change. That's the best update that's ever happened to this game. Okay, Neferu. And all right. We're good. Crisis averted.
All right. Let's play it. This would be my list. Or this would be the first list I tried.
Oh,
I'd probably try to play a second Heart Eater if I could, but I didn't have one.
Yeah, we only have one here too. Natamali says you actually do Living the Pyramid Warden sometimes. You know, I didn't think about that, but if they if nothing's died on their side of the board yet, you could like, or well, you wouldn't want to trade, but you could like hit face and then get like a mass. What is it, a 4/8 when it comes back?
True.
Oh, no Nef's Will. I know, Martin.
Yeah, see, that's a good interaction.
Yeah, why did we cut Nef's Will? I don't know. I'm confused about that call as well.
Why did we cut Nef's Will? Oh my god, I just ignore the comments from my teammates. Okay, we can continue.
Okay, and then this is all right. Soulburn it is.
All right, this is a matchup where you just hard mulligan for Ragnarok and removal spells. So get rid of the Living Container and you mulligan the cards that do the least first. So you get rid of Healing, you get rid of Living Container. V-Rock is good because it draws you into your removal spells. So I'd get rid of Trial Begins here.
Get rid of Trial.
And you just want to see Ragnarok.
Yep, there it is.
Oh my god, I didn't see that this guy was flipped because so you might be in for some interesting gameplay. But yeah, we're just gonna pass.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's one thing is like
oh my gosh, okay, never mind.
Okay, this is a fake out.
You just pass. What?
All right.
You didn't even have to play the Ragnarok. They just conceded.
Yeah. Well, GG's. I think honestly, I've improved a lot since you started teaching me. Like, look at how much better we did that game.
Dude, you literally won that game in 20 seconds. That's impressive.
Yeah, pure intimidation, really. They knew I was hitting better. They could sense how much better I'd gotten in the past 30 minutes.
Did you want to do one more since that one was like 20 seconds long?
Yeah, let's I think we could play. I mean, I'm down to play for another till 9 if you're okay with that.
Yeah. Sounds good.
There's definitely a lot more I have to learn. It's kind of a bummer that we got into that one matchup because we're seeing a deck that we don't really know what to do against, and it wasn't entertaining, fun, nor educational. So I guess we learned about it.
It can be board wipes. You can be aggro. One thing you can't beat is your entire board being asleep every turn.
Yeah, that's most decks have a hard time with that. So, all right.
Ooh, okay. Genesis inclines me to believe that he is board wipe death.
That's usually when I see the board.
That's a fun matchup.
Okay, cool.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, I need to reshare with you.
Wait, are you? Yeah, I was like...
It does it every game because there's actually 2 launchers. Or there's 2 different EXEs that run for GU. You know about this. You stream.
Yeah. I just have to display capture.
Wait, hold on. What? Hold on. Is this... We're just bugged? Like, it's just showing their turn, and the timer's just like... See this?
Yeah, I know. I see it. It's
okay. This is...
Oh, we're good. All right, against Soulburn. Okay, one thing I'll tell you is that you mulligan away your healing in every matchup.
Okay.
So that's the first thing to go. When you have Necronomics in your hand, you can keep things like Cruel Overseer and Possessed Acolyte. So, and Blight Bomb is basically good in every matchup. It's not a control matchup, so I would just keep this.
Okay.
I love Necronomics, and it's better versus aggro.
1 second, sorry guys. Wait, hold on. Hold on, wait, what?
Oh, they can't see the cards. What the heck?
1 second, it's there. Yeah, it's there's stuff going on with the Discord, and I think I need to run both Streamlabs and Discord as administrator before I do this stuff because it doesn't like being shared to 2 different places. It has it's getting permissions issues. But anyways, we top decked the Neff, no big deal. Should we just pass here?
Yeah, you can pass. Neff's actually pretty bad in this matchup. Sometimes it matters, but often they're going to have a bunch of Grape Lords on the field or Possessed Acolytes, and then you're just neffing will give them better stuff. That is an interesting one. That's just a free burn.
That card art is awesome. I love those colors together. But yeah, free burn.
Yo, nobody can convince me that that's just not Pot of Greed, but they painted it gold.
What was Pot? Is that from Hearthstone?
It's from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, from Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's a banned card because it costs 0 mana. There's no mana in Yu-Gi-Oh, but it costs 0 mana and it draws you 2 cards. So
gotcha.
It's OP basically. All right, so we've got an option here of either V-Rock ourselves or burn his V-Rock and pass. And I want to V-Rock, or I want to burn his V-Rock and pass because we have Necronomics.
Cool.
And if he hits us in the face, then we have the ability to Hero Power, Possessed Acolyte, Necronomics, V-Rock, Blight Bomb his creature, and the game is pretty much over at that point.
That's disgusting. This is the stuff I need to learn. I just right now I have a bunch of cards in my hand, and I would have to think that type of stuff through. Double V-Rock.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty aggro, which is fine. Oh my god, super aggro. Oh my gosh, people, stop putting Deuteria in your aggro decks, please.
Okay, we got a lot of cards.
Alright, so we are going to coin first because we have to play Necronomics this turn. So we can cast Cruel Overseer and then Blight Bomb his 4/3.
Cast Cruel Overseer.
Yep.
Blight Bomb the 4/3.
Yes.
Okay.
This just gets us a draw. That doesn't matter. So we're going to want to Necronomics. And then I'm actually going to have you blight bomb his bomb fly, because it will put you to 14 and you won't have to hero power.
Nice. Smart.
And then you're going to cast Possessed Acolyte and Nether's Advocate. He's going to trade his 4-1 into Cruel Overseer, but it's not going to matter because we're going to have a Nephru and a Fleshbind in our hand.
All you have to do is close your eyes. Now hold still.
And our board is pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, we've organized our creatures in order, which is great.
Yeah. Largest to smallest. Wow.
Uh-oh. Are we about to get comboed, yo?
No, he won't. He can't kill us with non-Genesis cards. We are going to have to Fleshbind next turn, though.
Wait, is he playing only non-Genesis? Oh, yeah, I suppose. So just bought the board? I'm confused. Maybe it's a challenge.
He actually, this is kind of smart by him. What the hell? Okay, anyway, this is kind of smart by him because he's like, he knows he's lost if he can't just kill us. So he's decided that he's going to just kill us instead of worrying about what we're doing on our side of the board. So we are just gonna trade off with him.
Okay.
And we're gonna go above 15 this turn, so it doesn't matter if we trade the Cruel Overseer. You definitely want to pop the bubble with the 1/1, and I would not pop it with the Acolyte.
The pop with the imp? Okay.
Or yeah, I'd pop it with the imp. And then I'd trade our 2/2 into one of the 2/2s, trade our Cruel Overseer into the other 2/2, and then
Now you've got my attention.
you could probably just cast V-Rock and Fleshbind it here.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of card draw for him, but I think that's okay.
Okay, Fleshbind here?
Yeah, you could. Well, okay, you could Fleshbind it or cast Return to the Cave. Either was fine.
Okay.
Oh, I would point out the Pyramid Warden.
Cool. We'll go face with these two because that's all we can do.
I forgot we had Pyramid Wardens.
All right.
Actually, it's probably good we didn't cave. Because then we couldn't cast Nephru.
Alright, Ragnarok coming out.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot. We have a Deathwish Thanatar. Would you run that in this deck or no?
No.
Got you. That would.
I
be
was talking to
for her.
Koshten Fun about that a while back, and I definitely would not.
That's more something that would get ran in like this type of list, maybe like something that's kind of heavily
Yeah,
aggro.
the zoo list.
Yeah.
There is work to be done on an aggressive zoo list with Genesis cards, but nobody plays it, so I don't know.
Yeah, it used to get played more actually. Like this version kind of with Demonic Offering, Expectant Chicken.
And chickens.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was played a lot more when I first started playing.
Chicken into Coin Demonic Offering is the strongest opener in the game, I think. Wow, double rag. Okay. He's gonna have to heal or else he's gonna die. He has healed.
Wait, he just healed above so he doesn't get the 6/6. Nice.
Yeah. That was questionable. I think we still kill him here. Let me count. 1, 2, 8, 10. No, we're 1 off. So we should Brimstone first.
Okay. Always draw first. Like it.
Yes. And then we can just... Well... If we no, okay, we should just cave.
I was about to say, is there any value in like hitting with the Pyramid Warden and then flesh binding it and then... No, I don't think so, actually.
Well, actually, that's kind of good because then he can't attack with the creature that comes off the Pyramid Warden. I would do that, actually. Don't attack with it first, though, so if he gets an Acolyte, you can kill it.
Wait, so just... Hold on. Wait,
just
what?
Flesh bind the Pyramid Warden.
Without attacking with the Pyramid Warden?
Yeah, because if he gets an Acolyte off of it, you want to be able to kill it without him giving a 6/6.
Fleshbind's going to destroy the creature.
Forget
it's going to kill your Warden. If he gets an Acolyte...
I see, because he's going to... I see what you're saying. Sorry, Takes me a little bit sometimes. No.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, what's the move? Gotta be quick.
Probably just trade in 1/1 imp and then Axewoman that. Oh no, we're running out of time. Okay, and then hit him in the face and point out your possessed acolyte. All right, good stuff.
Gloam in a prayer.
I am not.
How does one beat Silburn Death Rush nature? Gloam in a prayer. Yeah, Gloam's.
Don't cast cards until turn 3, and then only cast things that are 3/3 or bigger for the rest of the game while you kill them.
Oh, nice. That's good to know.
Yeah, or if you have a super good opening like Broccoli Shield Warden into Black Jaguar, you can try to rush them to death, but if you let them start burning on turn 1, you better have a really good follow-up. He is digging for healing here.
Now you've got my attention.
My weekend was already ruined, Marty's boy, don't you worry.
Make them suffer.
It's rough out here. All right, this is easy. Put your 2/2 into his face, 3/2 into the 6/6, and then cast Neff.
Seems good. I like this card.
Yeah, Neff is pretty good.
Time I took command.
There is the chance we die to like double Desperate Ritual here. But if we die to double Desperate Ritual, I'm just gonna go, Genesis is balanced, so.
I don't even know what that card is, but we'll pass, right?
It's
no mana.
It's literally double Brimstone. 2 mana, deal 4 damage to each god, draw a card.
I think it's Desperate. There's no... No, I don't know how to spell Desperate. Does anyone know how to spell that card? I would love to. You said it's just a double Brimstone, so what, you draw 2 cards and you deal 4 damage, or you just deal 4 damage and...
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, there it is.
No, you only draw 1 card. But...
Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah, it's still crazy good. I mean, you kind of want to kill that. Probably just bump it, Heart Eater. Like, that's fine.
Up it, Heart Eater.
You can also just ignore it and oh, wait. Do we have lethal? No, we don't. Okay. Yeah, bump it, Heart Eater. Board is pretty much the same as last turn. And you couldn't kill us last turn, so you're pretty safe doing this.
Cool. Yeah, I've seen some turns where you've
it's called Dangerous
Ritual? Okay.
It's Ritual.
Wait. Hold on. Why are we not getting...
Maybe not. Is Desperate Ritual a magic card?
Oh, there we go.
Am I crossing my streams?
Don't cross the streams.
It's too late, man.
Deal 4 damage to each god drug. Yeah. Interesting.
Alright, so he's dead. You can trade... Oh, is he dead? How much does Neff cost us? 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you trade the Neff into the Nemean Lion and then hit him in the face for 4, you can Neff Rag Brimstone and he'll die. This is a good win. This matchup is pretty difficult, actually, because of Desperate Ritual. They can just kill you out of nowhere. But it doesn't look like he found his.
These turns right here, where you use the cards like that, like, this is a playstyle I really want to, like, learn. There's, like, a lot of, like, different math problems that you have to be doing constantly with this deck, and it's something I'm not familiar with, but I like doing math, so I think it's something I want to start practicing a little bit more and learning. So this has been like a good like way to get your thought process a little bit more, because I think when you're streaming sometimes it's like at least when I catch you, you can be kind of entertaining people or focused on your weekend ranked, but it's nice to like hear the full breakdown. So
yeah, the playstyle is really odd. It's not anything similar to okay, so to a certain degree in these games where you can physically like tell your creature to attack the other creature, you have a lot more control over the board. In Magic, if both players have a creature, you can't just like tell your creature to go eat his creature. So you have a lot more control of the board in these games, and it lets you play games on like the point of a needle, right? I can go to 1 health because I know there's literally nothing he can do to kill me. In Magic, it's a bit harder to do that. And it's a really fun playstyle that only really exists in this game in Hearthstone because you can attack other creatures.
Yeah, that's true. Is there? I mean, I'm not familiar with like any other card games just besides Hearthstone, Magic, and GU. But I have to imagine there's other card games that have more dynamics. I never played Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't remember how to play Pokemon. Not gonna lie. But
yeah, I don't know either for either of those two. The only other card game I like know how to play. I mean, I played Shadowverse for a bit. It was okay. I played Gwent a little bit. It was okay. They really just like didn't have the strategy that I wish they did, and that's why I'm playing this game. Is because I feel like there's a lot of strategy to be had here. I mean, especially in this deck. Oh, excellent! We got the unlosable matchup. So this deck was specifically built to beat nature.
Sweet. And
if you lose your games to nature on weekend ranked, then you're not going to do very well. So against nature, you can keep a lot of things. Living Container and Dionys, I basically always mulligan. We're looking for Ragnaroks. We're looking for Blight Bombs. We're looking for Vanguard Axewoman and V-Rock. So I'd ship the Cruel Overseer this time. And I never keep Neferu unless it's light or the Onslaught, so I'd ship the Nef as well.
Yeah, especially with the trial, we have 2 ways to get it, so we draw a lot of cards.
Yep, exactly. And you sometimes don't even need it. So this is an okay hand. You really need to draw like ways to, because how the nature matchup works is they ask the question of whether or not they can kill you. And your job is to tell them no. So when you kill their entire board, it has to be on a very convincing turn where you also take the board, and then nature has no way to
got you
clear the board really. So once they're behind, they're dead, and then they'll know.
Do you like just
interesting?
Do you like just burning here or Axewomaning? So
no, I would cast Pyramid Warden.
Okay.
Because
what's the thought process there?
Thought process here. He's gonna bump, and we're gonna bump, and then we're gonna burn our own Pyramid Warden to death, so that on the turn after we can Axewoman into here's Pyramid Warden and get a Pyramid Warden for free.
Whoa. Okay, we're gonna get
okay. Well, this happened, but this is still works exactly like that because now we just burn his Pyramid Warden and he gives us a free Pyramid Warden. This is a horrible play on his end, actually.
So just burn and pass? Good?
Yep, just burn and pass. Yo, Carnival Big Top, we actually just had an interview, and I'm now giving Lion a little taste of what it's like to play Death in a meta that is very unfriendly to Death.
Let's make them suck.
So you can watch the VOD if you want to listen to me answer questions for an hour. All right, so here we can burn
the bird and kill the
eagle, and then Axewoman the Pyramid Warden. And it would be tough to lose after getting a free Pyramid Warden off of a Pyramid Warden.
The burn here, and Axewoman here.
And then Axewoman.
Get a free Pyramid Warden, call it a day.
Yeah, basically. He really should have been trying to kill his Pyramid Warden first, but I guess there was no way for him to do that. Oh my gosh. Bladefly, literally 4 mana and worse than Pyramid Warden at 2 mana.
It's not fair.
What a hilariously fair card. Okay, so we're just gonna kill them now. So we can just burn one of their flies and then hit them in the face and cast a V-Rock. Yeah, seems good. This is one of the few games where we actually got such a crazy advantage early that we can start killing them, and we actually have the board.
Yeah.
We almost never have the board this early versus nature, but
the Pyramid Warden
kind of free Pyramid Warden.
Yeah. The Pyramid Warden probably helps for that sort of thing. It's not really I'm not sure. What do you think about it so far? Like, because you haven't played with the Pyramid Warden.
This game, it has convinced me it's good.
Gotcha.
Much better than the Vow of Champions that was in its spot, at least.
Yeah, what's up, CBT? How are you doing? Also, I just want to say real quick, thank you to Skins for the follow and Umbra for the follow. It's hard for me to get to those during the interview, but thank you.
So it looked like he actually missed his blade fly into the V-Rock, which is pretty awful for him. So we have the choice of either like trying to keep the board with like Blight Bomb and trading, or we can just go face, cast Ragnarok.
I like that.
And yeah, I like going faced and casting.
Do you think so do we go face, cast Rag, and then play Cruel Overseer, or would you want to play like Possessed Acolyte there? Well,
you can't. You won't be at 15.
Oh, you're right. We're only gonna take 3 here. Okay.
So you're gonna go face Rag, and then we're probably gonna have to Death Watch next turn, because we're probably gonna take 2, 8, 10 damage.
Okay.
So you can cast the Cruel Overseer like just as a body if you want to.
Just to prevent a little bit of damage.
Death Watching next turn, yeah.
Think it's a move?
Prevents a little bit of damage. That doesn't seem awful. Yeah, I think you go for it.
Cool.
I don't know if I do that in a tournament or like on a ranked weekend, but I like to experiment with like new types of play during the week.
Mm-hmm.
You could have also cast a second Ragnarok and then cast it, and that might have been better.
I mean, cast the second Ragnarok and then Acolyte? Or
no, cast the second Ragnarok and then cast the Cruel Overseer, because we did have 1 mana left, so that might have been better.
Yeah, we would have had a lot of ways for this to get messed up, but
yeah.
So we're not at 6, which is a little.
Oh yeah, I mean we're fine. I mean we could just Blight Bomb the Jaguar, or actually should draw first. So I'd cast Dionysus.
Yeah, I think the. Oh, we can't Blight Bomb the 2/6. Cast Dionysus. All right, let's do it.
He can't kill us, so yeah, just cast Dionysus and we're good. Oh wow, wait, is he dead? 2, 4, 7. Not quite. So I mean, you can cast the Acolyte if you're a baby, but I'd just burn his Pyramid Warden.
Just pass.
Yep.
Now
We're gonna go to 1 here, but that's okay.
Gloam off the top. I've
never seen a Gloam Druid in a real game.
Whoa.
Well, like in a match I was playing. I've seen you play it, and it's good. But I've never actually played against a Gloam Druid.
I actually saw that people had been picking some up. There was actually someone that watches my stream that came in and was like, "Hey, saw you playing Gloam. I bought some Gloam Druids." And yeah, so and I was looking at Ladder the other day, and we'll kill ourselves, but that's cool.
Man, we are just slowly sucking the soul from this man. We can just Blight Bomb the 3/3 and cast Death Watch, and he'll just watch his victory slip from his grasp.
Just like it's just so
pretty
close.
Tragic if you're on his side of the board. Yeah, see us go to 1 like 2 times in the same game, and just nothing he can do about it.
I think that might be why you like this deck so much. It's just you can you can repeatedly do that. I wonder if okay. Ooh.
That's fine. I mean, we had the Blight Bomb, so we're never dead. But yeah, we can Heart Eater here. It's probably better because it puts a body on the board. Actually, it puts 2 bodies on the board. Yeah, Marty's boy is correct. He says that the only HP that matters is the last one. Yeah. And sometimes not even the last one matters, because you can be dead and still win in this game.
Yeah, I actually like that whole thing where it's like you always deal damage to the opponent first, so if something will kill you both, you win if it's your turn and you're the one taking the action. I think that's a great mechanic.
Yeah. All right, you can pass, by the way.
Oh, oops.
We do die to Goat here, but the last time I died to Goat was like years ago, so it's probably okay. Uh-oh. We actually need to draw like some healing now.
How?
I can't even find curate off that. What can we do here?
Oh, hold on. What we can't trial begins for any healing, so.
The dead hum.
No, you already played the curate. Plus, that's too expensive. So our choice is like acolyte. I mean, we should trial begins first.
We could go get the other Brock, right? And we could Brock and.
Yeah, we could. That's fine, actually. You can go get the other Brock if you want to.
Oh, do you like the acolyte play better?
I like the acolyte better because it's sticky.
Okay.
You're dead.
So what?
I mean, we're still gonna trial begins, so you can do that too. I do trial first.
Okay.
And we just want to find a 2-drop, so just like grab the other acolyte. Oh my gosh, living container is a death card.
Yeah, we could have just got the living container.
That's fine. This is just as good.
Yeah, we still. Well, do we? Yeah. Wait. Unless we.
Actually, I think the living container was good.
Oh.
Alright, easy game. Easy game. You have to have balls of steel.
Yeah. Where is it at? Hold on. I gotta find my emotes real quick.
Oh my god. Okay, hit him with the great fan, and then just cast the return to cave to like show him that there's no way he can possibly beat us.
So much
oh no, he
PM.
conceded. And then you can kill him with Nefer too.
All right. Well, yeah, that one went pretty well. Wow, being able to just beat nature that easily. I mean, you're close on life, but you're the one controlling the game. I mean, we could have lost it right there.
Though? I don't think we were that close.
Yeah.
I mean, the goat. Yeah, the goat is close. But we did not draw any healing.
The goat was pretty close, you know. Like, so, but yeah, that's cool. I really need to. I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time to learn this deck, and I don't actually know. I mean, I think it could be good for me to just be able to think about some of these death cards in that way, but with Soulburn going away, I mean, it's probably worth the time. I've seen your results. There's packs to be had, so I think I might put some more time into this grinding and studying.
Understanding this deck and how it works is also pretty. I mean, nobody plays it, so it's not really that important. But like, it's important to understand how to fight against it. So like, if you come up against me on ladder, you'll know what to do if you know how the deck plays. Yeah,
and that's actually a huge benefit of playing everything, is that you understand how it works and you understand what it needs. So you understand like what to deny, what to play, like all that stuff, like what the threats are. And I think that's always really important. I know that in other games I've played competitively, taking the time to learn the stuff that you don't play is, you know, at a certain point, once you have your fundamentals, or I guess some sort of like strategy for, like, say it's like StarCraft or something. Sometimes it's good to just take some time and play random. You know what I mean? Learn some build orders for different races. So, but yeah, I think is there anything else you wanted to add? I'm gonna take off for the night.
No, I'm good. Great interview. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much for taking the time coming on, and thanks for all your hard work on the calendar and working with me on that. I'm excited to continue to build stuff for the community and work on events and whatnot with you.